So you just got injured. That sucks, mate. I've been there. I'm currently there. Now what? What should you do while you're healing? Is there anything you even can do? Well, first, here's what not to do.
Alright, Monday morning, time to do my workout. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I'm injured. What's the point? I can't do anything. Alright, guess it's time to go on my run. I don't know, it would be good, but don't want to exacerbate my injury at all. Maybe next time. Honey darling. Yeah, would you mind giving me another slice of pizza, please? I would myself, but kinda injured.
I personally find it very difficult to stay stoked on my training when some sort of injury is holding me back. But the worst thing you can do is allow a physical injury to become a mental injury. If you let your need to rest and heal turn into an excuse to completely abandon your sports and active lifestyle, you're just digging a deeper hole that you'll one day have to dig yourself out of. So try not to let negativity take root. Here are 3 things I do to help remain positive and productive when an injury attempts to hijack my training plans. And obviously, seek a medical professional for information on how to actually treat your injury. This video deals with what you can do to stay active and positive while that process runs its course. First, you can test your limits to see what you actually have the capacity to do while injured. Maybe you can tolerate the same exercise, but only with a lighter load. Maybe you can modify the exercise slightly, or switch to doing a different one that targets the same muscles. For example, I have a sprained left wrist, and previously in my program I was doing dumbbell pullovers, but this puts a lot of strain on the wrist through a large range of motion. So knowing that, I switched to doing front lever pulls, which keep the wrist in a neutral position and the shoulders and the body do the rotation instead. So these are totally fine for me. Is it as good as the original thing? No, of course, I'd rather not be injured, but it's the best I can do, so it's literally the best I can do. The instability involved in rock climbing is a bit too much for me to handle right now, but I can still train for rock climbing by doing arm lifting exercises at home, where I'm pulling weights from the floor with my wrist in a fixed position. Again, it's not as good as the real thing, but it's infinitely better than doing nothing. It also lets me feel like I'm still working towards my goals, which is a hugely underrated factor for keeping motivation. Testing your limits will be an iterative process, because as you recover, your capacity will change. You want to walk the line between being overly conservative and risking re-injury. Take it slow, take it easy here, and know that in the process you will get it wrong some of the time. Here I thought I would be fit enough to do bicep curls, but it started hurting my wrist, so I immediately stopped, but continued the set with my healthy arm. Secondly, you can pivot. What are some other things that you've been wanting to prioritize in your physical practice, but you never get around to? For me, it was flexibility and running. Since it's a bit dangerous to be doing climbing sessions at the gym, I took some of my extra free time to continue practicing the splits, which I'd been neglecting for the last few months. I've been running 1 to 2 times per week lately, but on days where I had to skip a load of exercises from my strength workouts, I went on a jog instead. There's no right answer here, just do whatever inspires you, keeps you motivated, and brings you closer to your goals. And finally, just be grateful. No matter what your injury is, no matter how bad it seems at the moment, remember that there's someone out there with a worse one. People have recovered from worse, or have never had the good fortune to have the level of health that you have in the first place. So stay positive, and don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Just focus on what you can control, the steps you can make towards recovery and enjoying the journey there. And when you look back on this period years later, you probably will barely remember being injured at all. I once suffered from a shoulder impingement for 6 months, 8 years ago, and honestly today I couldn't even tell you which shoulder it was. Thanks so much for watching, I appreciate your time. Let us know in the comments what you do to stay positive when you're injured. If you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe for more, and I reckon you might like this one right here.